tell us a little bit about Kundalini, just like the basics? Because a lot of people that listening are kind of more new to the spiritual side, so they're probably more familiar with, a basic vinyasa flow of yoga.
I think the way to frame it that is so exciting, the best way to frame it that conveys, I'm so excited because of this information that's now emerging. Our mind and our body is connected, right? This is something for the longest time people are just totally resisting, but now, as I said, science is proving it. And what makes Kundalini yoga so badass is that it is a yoga prescribed for connecting the mind and the body, yoking the mind and the body together. Like we are, it's working with your parasympathetic and your sympathetic system. You're working with your emotional, your anatomical, your physical, your alignment. It's working with pressure points throughout the system and basically aligning it in such a way that you are working fully optimized. And they call it a master yoga because we're working with breath work, we're chanting, there's some pretty intense exercise in there, singing and mudras, which are pressure points with hands and things. So it's
because I did Kundalini yoga once and I felt very just like everyone was so much more advanced than me, and I guess I felt that way too the first few times I've done yoga, right? But for someone who wants to experience Kundalini yoga, what should they know going into it so they're kind of on the same playing field as everyone else in the class?
Yeah. So the first time I went when I was 21 years old, and I was just this anxious, pretentious little shitty hipster kid. And the guy who was teaching it was such this embodied, totally confident, hippie old man who was who did some of the most challenging exercises. There was one about a lion's breath, your tongue is out and you're just you're breathing like a dragon, right? And another one was a forced laughing exercise. Those I have never encountered on my own again, but it's funny because it actually pushed me away from it for 15 years. I didn't want anything to do with it. I was that yoga is so weird. So for anyone new coming into it, it can be a really weird yoga. And it is all by design with intended results. There's thousands of kriyas, some to strengthen the immune system, some to help you release anger.